So one of my classes this semester is a creative writing class. You know, I love to read, and I pretty much enjoy writing. Now, I don't claim to be a published author, or any sort of, I don't even claim to be a good writer. Like, I just write fanfic for fun and short stories for fun and stuff like that, and I might sometimes, occasionally, once in a blue moon, publish it somewhere on the internet, but under a pseudonym. Now, so in this creative writing class I'm taking, it's from a professor who has been published, his stuff's been published in, I guess, literary magazines and websites and things of that nature. Now, one of the things that not a lot, but quite a few of my English teachers in my high school and college career have in common is, especially in college, is it seems that there's only one way to write. And I feel like that really limits us as writers. When we limit ourselves, we just completely stop any sort of progress being made in the literary world. When there's no experimentation, even if the experimentation ends up being completely horrible and it never takes off, at least it was done. But when I go into a creative writing class and the teacher puts very strict guidelines on the way we write and the way we're supposed to do things, that's not creative writing anymore. That's just writing to a teacher's specifications, which is really no different from any other class. And I'm really afraid that this class is gonna, like, make me not want to write how some other English classes have done. In my prime, I've done about 1,000 words a day of writing. I still try to keep that up, but it's gone down to about maybe 100 or 2 words a day. But when a teacher says that, no, your metaphors have to be structured this way, your novel has to have this, your nonfiction has to have this, that takes the fun out of it. And I feel like that's something of a contradictory statement. Not a contradictory statement, but writing isn't necessarily supposed to be fun, but writing for me is a way to express myself. That's the reason I write. It's a way to say things and give stories out there, and I just love the craft. But when a teacher puts such strict guidelines on writing, I just feel like there's no way for me to grow as a writer. There's no way for me to experiment if I'm doing the same tried and tested techniques that I've done before, because I've done creative writing things online before, exercises and experiments and that sort of thing. I'm not saying that the tried and true isn't good, but when that's the only thing we're allowed to do, there's just no room for expansion. We are in 2015, media and everything is just, it's changing. There is no room for the ordinary and no room for the classics. Storytelling is taking incredibly different formats in the way of video games and movies and novels. Novels are evolving and adapting, and experimental literature is, I think, one of the best ways to keep it going. Books are more accessible than ever. People can get published. They can self-publish easier than ever. You can sell an ebook for like 10 cents on Kindle if you want. You can sell an ebook for free. You can just put your PDF out on the internet. And something this teacher continuously reiterates in the class is that writing is a way to express yourself. Writing is because you want your voice to be heard. And I completely disagree with him on this, because in his class, writing does not seem to be the way to be heard. It doesn't seem to be the way to express myself. It seems like a way to get a grade. And when that's all a class has become, it's no longer an enjoyable, passionate experience for me. So yeah, that's a thing. I'm not discounting his credibility as a writer, but his style of writing might be completely different from my style of writing, and just because there are different styles and different techniques out there, they're still good. So I'm just feeling horribly limited in this class, and we haven't even had a real writing assignment yet. But that's a thing. But Parker, so yeah, that's rant for today. So hopefully this all goes better. I think it will. Maybe. We'll see. DFTBA, stay super.